Thanks for having me today. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I'm actually from Wisconsin. I went to school for marketing and management as my undergrad degree. Moved down to Houston the day after I graduated from college, and I started working in the accounting field, and I realized I really loved it. So I went back and got my master's degree in accounting. Started working my way up in Houston, the corporate ladder, worked in different industries, and got married, moved out here to Waller, and had a young child at the time, and realized I didn't want to make that hour and a half drive each way to Houston anymore. So that's when I decided to open up my own small business. I started out of my home just as myself, and started off offering bookkeeping services, payroll services, and tax prep. And I figured that there had to be some small businesses out here that would need my services. Quickly, we grew. Within a year or two, I needed to hire an assistant, and then we moved into an office. And that was 13 years ago I started my business. And now we have an office in Waller, and I have 7 employees. And we've changed what we do. We don't really offer payroll services anymore. Know how to do them though. But now we offer bookkeeping for small business owners, CFO services on a fractional level for small business owners. And then I do tax prep also, but now I really love helping the clients learn tax strategies, because if you're working a lot, making a lot of money, you don't want to be paying it to the IRS. So there's different tax strategies based off of what you have going on in your life and what your goals are, that we can save you tax money that doesn't go out to the IRS, that you can keep it in your pocket. So that is just a little bit about me and my journey in owning my own small business. Does anyone here want to open up a small business, or you've been thinking about it? And this is going to be very interactive because that's all I have. So what, if you were to open up a small business, what would you do?
I have one, but I don't really do anything with it no more.
Okay, so what did you do?
So I did shirts.
Okay.
I did cute little designs on it. I mean, I really don't do anything with it anymore. But if I were to open up a small business, I feel like it'd be a jewelry business or something like that. Maybe an account. But okay. I'm not really good with money, so.
Well, you don't have to be good with money. You just need to know. You need to have a good software, and you need to be able to. It's data entry, and then reconciling, and being able to know how to read a P&L and balance sheet if you wanted to go that route. So jewelry store. That's what you would open if you were to open up one.
It would be high-end jewelry, no one could just celebrities.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then where are you going to be making the designs?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I want diamonds that no one even knew about.
Okay.
Live.
I'm being so realistic with you.
That's not realistic.
Okay, realistically, it would start off small, and then
Okay.
End goal is be it jewelry to wear to every event.
Met galas,
Yeah.
everything like that.
So you want to be kind of the designer, but also you want to be known when the red carpet, and they're wearing your jewelry.
Are you gonna have a stage name?
Oh yes. I don't know yet. So.
It should be Olivia Francis.
I need to be the breadwinner of the house.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, do you have any idea how you would get that off the ground, and some of the things that you would need to do in order to do that?
No.
Okay. One of the first things you'll need to do is I would probably start drawing up different designs. And seeing what people like, and of course you need to know your target market, and they would be influencers, basically TV celebrities, that sort of thing. So you would need to be able to get in front of them somehow. But what you're doing is the market research. You want to make sure that they're liking your designs, because
So should I send them like PR?
maybe like
to get their taste,
yeah. So basically you kind of want to send them, hey, here's some of the designs I have, which ones do you like these, or and get feedback from them. And the key is being able to get in front of them to do that. And then once you know that you have a viable business, wherever you're going to be located, I don't know if you need to move to California, if you can stay here, but wherever you are going to be located, especially if you're going to have very expensive stuff like diamonds and all that stuff that's not cheap, you want to be able to protect your assets, so you'll want to get an LLC eventually. And once you have that LLC, another thing you need to do, you need to come up with your name. So that's another thing. Come up with your name. You want to do a business plan, and you will need to figure out how to finance your business, because you need to be able to buy the diamonds and whatever else goes into making the jewelry. And if you wanted to go to the SBA, the Small Business Development Center, and get a SBA loan, you're going to need to have your business plan. You'll need to have a marketing plan, and they're going to ask you a whole bunch of other questions. So that's one way to be able to finance it, because you need to be able to buy your cost of goods sold first. Or another thing is you could go out and get invoices, have people actually yeah, I want to buy that, and have them put maybe a down payment on it for that. It secures it. So that's another way that you could probably get it. I've seen people mortgage their homes, mortgage their parents' homes. They can do crowdfunding. But some way you need to be able to fund that business.
So don't pull out no loans.
I don't recommend doing, if it's the only way to get the business going, but you know it's going to be a sure thing, then you can. It all depends on how much risk you want to take on. Another thing, you'll need to get your name. Once you have that, you'll want to open up an LLC, go to the irs.gov website, and you can get an EIN number. That's the social security number for your business. And then open up a bank account. And then all the money, this is where I see a lot of entrepreneurs, small business owners go wrong, is they'll just put all their money into their personal bank account, including their business. You want to open up that business bank account and keep things separate. So if you need to do crowdfunding to fund or get a loan, or even your personal money needs to go into it, you're going to fund it yourself. That revenue, and then the revenue when you sell your product, the necklaces and jewelry, that would go into the business bank account too. And then all the expenses. And you need to keep your personal and your business. And then once your business is up and going, you need to do the bookkeeping. That's really important. That way you know your numbers, you know what your profit margin is, what your cost of goods sold percentage is, and you need to be able to use that to be able to make really good business decisions. And then marketing. I see you guys have been learning all about social media and doing marketing. So that's another thing you need to focus on, making sure that referrals are the best thing you can get. So if you have happy clients, they're going to tell other clients, or they'll be like, oh, look at that jewelry. Be like, okay, I got it from whatever your business name is, and be able to send them that way. So the marketing side of things is really important, so that people know about you and can keep on using you. And so that's kind of the gist of getting up and going for really any business.
What's like the main way you market like your business?
So I do not pay for advertising. I pay very little, if at all, for advertising. And the advertising that I do say that I do would be like if kids come up to me and want me to sponsor their team or a school or something like that, because it's also given back. But how I started when I decided I was going to open up my own business is I went through a bookkeeping, like how to start your own bookkeeping business program. And one of the things that they suggested was to type up a letter of what I'm going to do and to mail it out to everyone I know. Like, hey, I am starting this new business. I'm going to do tax prep. I'm going to do QuickBooks, bookkeeping, payroll. If you or anyone that you know needs my services, please consider me. And that got me a few hits that got me going. And then after that, it was networking. So joining the Chamber of Commerce, joining different networking groups, and going to as many as you can, because the networking groups, it's other small business owners who are trying to meet other people to grow their business, and you might be able to help each other. And you just never know where it will lead. Like either they will lead you to a client who needs you, a friend of theirs, they need your services, you'll be able to help them. And just getting out there as much as possible. So if there's parades or there's festivals, like having a booth there, even though I was doing accounting, which like hardly anyone needs, I did that and I got a client from there, which led to another client and just started snowballing from there. So it's, and then once you start having clients, it's word of mouth, making sure that you're keeping your clients happy. So if they know someone, most small business owners know other small business owners, they hang out together. So if someone's mentioning, oh, I need a website design, I need help with social media, I need an accountant, a bookkeeper, a tax person, like they can be like, hey, here's mine, and they can refer you. So that's how I grew my business the majority of the time for the last 13 years, is word of mouth, networking, and then social media. I only paid for ads a little bit of the time, but the majority of the time, because it's free. I mean, so I even have a YouTube page that I've been doing. Once a week, I'll go and do a 20-minute video or whatever on YouTube, just giving people tips of, if you're going to start a small business, this is what you need to do. Or the questions I get from clients of, well, what can I write off? Well, there's a topic, then I'm going to go talk about it. I hired a young girl, she's probably 22, 24, and she started doing video edits to my YouTubes to make them better.